There is a mystery that unfolds when a divine feminine awakens on her twin flame journey, one that cannot be understood with logic alone. It's a transformation that reaches into every layer of her being, emotional, spiritual, and even physical. Many divine feminines speak of aches, fatigue, heart palpitations, or sudden energy surges that seem to have no clear medical cause. These sensations can be confusing and even frightening at times. Yet beneath the discomfort lies something sacred, the body's way of purifying, aligning, and integrating higher frequencies of love. The body becomes the vessel through which spiritual awakening takes form. It mirrors the inner changes happening within the soul. Pain, in this context, is not punishment. It is communication. It is the language of energy, the way the body speaks when the heart and spirit begin to transform. Every twinge, every wave of exhaustion, every sudden warmth in the chest or spine is a message, guiding the divine feminine toward balance and deeper connection with herself and her divine masculine counterpart. To truly understand twin flame body pain, one must see beyond the surface. It is not just about muscles, nerves, or hormones. It's about energy being activated, released, and reborn. The divine feminine's body carries ancient imprints, memories from past lifetimes, unhealed traumas, and dense energies that must now rise to the surface. The closer she comes to union, the more her system begins to purge what no longer resonates with love. It is a form of energetic rebirth, one that requires patience, compassion, and surrender. Let's explore this sacred process deeply, step by step, so you may better understand what your body is trying to tell you and how you can move through this transformation with grace. The twin flame journey often begins with an energetic activation. When the divine feminine meets or reconnects with her twin flame, a surge of energy moves through her system. This meeting awakens dormant energies, especially around the heart, sacral, and crown chakras. Suddenly, her physical body begins to adjust to higher vibrations that it has never held before. At first, this can feel overwhelming. Some experience trembling, dizziness, heart flutters, or heat radiating through the chest. The heart chakra, often the first to awaken, expands to hold more love, but that expansion can bring discomfort. Old griefs, heartbreaks, and fears are drawn up to be released. The chest may feel tight or heavy as emotional energy moves through. The nervous system, unfamiliar with such strong frequencies, can become overstimulated, creating waves of anxiety or fatigue. What's really happening is a recalibration. The divine feminine's body is being rewired to handle a higher level of consciousness. Her cells are learning to vibrate at a new frequency. This is why grounding becomes so important. Without grounding, through nature, stillness, or gentle movement, the energy can feel too intense, leading to physical exhaustion. One of the most helpful ways to support the body during this stage is by slowing down. Rest often. Drink plenty of water. Eat grounding foods like root vegetables. Spend time in nature where your energy can harmonize with the earth. These simple acts anchor the new energy so it can integrate gently. Remember that your body is doing sacred work. It is expanding to hold divine light. Treat it with kindness and patience. Among all the energetic centers, the heart chakra carries the most profound transformation. When the twin flame connection activates this center, it begins to open wider than ever before. This can lead to intense sensations in the chest, tightness, fluttering, warmth, or aching. Some describe it as feeling like their heart is being stretched. This pain is symbolic. The divine feminine's heart is learning to love without fear, without control, and without conditions. For years, perhaps lifetimes, she has closed parts of herself off to avoid being hurt. The twin flame connection forces those walls to come down. When love this pure enters the heart, it exposes everything that isn't love. That exposure feels like pressure because the heart is working to clear what has been buried. Sometimes the pain in the heart area intensifies when the divine masculine withdraws or when there is separation. This is because the energetic cords between the twins remain active. The heart can feel his absence like a physical ache. Yet, this pain is not a sign of loss. It is part of the alchemy. The divine feminine is learning to hold love within herself, to let it flow freely without clinging or seeking. To ease heart pain, focus on deep breathing and gentle chest opening movements. Meditation on self-love also helps. Visualize light filling your chest, expanding outward, and releasing old grief. Cry when you need to. Tears are sacred. They are energy in motion, helping your heart to heal. The more you allow love to flow, the more your heart adjusts to its expanded state, and over time, the pain transforms into peace. While the heart undergoes expansion, the lower chakras, especially the root and sacral, undergo cleansing. These centers are tied to survival, safety, sexuality, and emotional grounding. When divine love enters the body, it shakes loose all the old fear-based energies stored here. This can trigger lower back pain, pelvic tension, digestive issues, or even sudden emotional waves tied to abandonment or unworthiness. For the divine feminine, this can be one of the most challenging stages. The root chakra governs stability, so when deep-seated fears begin to rise, it can feel like her entire foundation is crumbling. She might question everything: her purpose, her worth, her direction in life. Physically, she might feel heaviness in her legs or tension in the hips, as if her body is trying to ground energies that are too big for it to hold. The sacral chakra, connected to emotional flow and creative life force, often carries old memories of suppression, times when the feminine energy was silenced or controlled. As this center awakens, she might feel pulsations or sensitivity in the lower abdomen. Emotions may surface without warning: tears, anger, or longing. This release is necessary. The body cannot embody divine love while holding on to fear. To support this process, spend time connecting to your physical body intentionally. Dance slowly. Stretch your hips. Place your hands over your lower abdomen and breathe deeply, reminding yourself that it's safe to feel. Journaling helps too. Let every fear or emotion find a voice on paper so it no longer hides within you. Healing these chakras brings stability and allows the divine feminine to embody love, not just spiritually, but physically. As the journey continues, many divine feminines experience what are often called ascension symptoms. These are physical signs that the body is adjusting to higher frequencies of light. Headaches, ringing in the ears, tingling sensations, sudden chills or heat, and changes in sleep patterns are all common. While these sensations can be uncomfortable, they are not harmful. They indicate that your system is evolving. Energy begins to move more freely through the spine and nervous system. The Kundalini, an ancient spiritual energy coiled at the base of the spine, starts to rise, activating different chakras. When this happens too quickly, the body can feel overwhelmed, leading to fatigue or even flu-like symptoms. The best approach here is surrender. Fighting the process only increases tension. It helps to support your nervous system through calm and routine. Take warm baths, avoid overstimulation, and spend quiet time in reflection. Music tuned to healing frequencies can soothe your energy field. When your body feels heavy, rest. When it feels restless, move gently. Learn to listen to what your body needs each day. During these upgrades, your senses might become more sensitive. You might feel other people's emotions more strongly or notice shifts in energy around you. Protect your energy by visualizing yourself surrounded by a soft light before you interact with others. This isn't about building walls. It's about maintaining energetic clarity. The divine feminine's body is becoming a vessel of light, and with that comes sensitivity. Treat it as a gift, not a burden. One of the most unique aspects of twin flame body pain is the energetic bond between the divine feminine and masculine. Their energies are intertwined, even across distance. This connection is not bound by time or physical proximity. It exists at a soul level. When one twin goes through intense emotional upheaval, the other often feels it too. For the divine feminine, this can manifest as sudden waves of emotion or pain that don't seem to belong to her. She might feel her heart ache or her stomach tighten without any apparent cause. Often this happens when her counterpart is struggling or going through his own awakening. The feminine's empathic nature allows her to sense his energy, sometimes even absorbing it. It's important to recognize what belongs to you and what does not. When you feel sudden heaviness or pain, pause and breathe. Ask yourself whether it feels connected to your own thoughts or emotions. If it doesn't, it may be energy coming from your twin. The best way to handle this is through energetic boundaries. Visualize sending love and light to your twin, but then release the energy back to them with the intention that they process it themselves. This kind of energetic awareness prevents burnout and keeps your vibration balanced. You are not meant to carry your twin's pain. You are meant to hold space for their healing through unconditional love. As the feminine learns to do this, her physical body becomes lighter, and her connection with her twin grows stronger yet more peaceful. The twin flame journey is not just about personal healing, it is also about clearing ancestral and karmic patterns. The divine feminine's body becomes a channel for transmuting old energies carried through generations. This can lead to body pain that feels ancient, as if the weight of centuries is being lifted through her. She might feel pressure in the spine, shoulders, or hips as energy moves through these areas. The pain often comes in waves and can appear suddenly after emotional breakthroughs. This process is the soul's way of releasing old burdens, patterns of fear, abandonment, or silence that have been inherited through lineage. The divine feminine, through her awakened heart, brings light to what was once hidden. During this phase, forgiveness becomes a powerful tool. Forgiving parents, ancestors, and even herself releases energetic knots that have been stuck in the body. You might notice that after deep emotional release or meditation, physical pain suddenly eases. That's because the energy has finally moved. To support this level of purification, engage in rituals that honor your lineage. Light a candle for your ancestors. Speak gratitude for their lessons, but declare that the old cycles end with you. Visualization also helps. Imagine golden light flowing through your spine, clearing every shadow it meets. Remember that this is sacred work. Your body is not betraying you. It is freeing your bloodline through you. After waves of release, a new phase begins, the integration of divine energy. The divine feminine starts to feel lighter, yet more grounded. The pain lessens, replaced by warmth or gentle pulsations of energy that feel peaceful rather than overwhelming. The body begins to harmonize with higher frequencies naturally. This stage is about embodiment. The feminine learns to live from her divine essence rather than only connecting to it in meditation. Every breath, every movement, every word carries her new vibration. The body becomes an instrument of love rather than a battlefield of resistance. Yet integration still requires conscious attention. Old patterns may occasionally resurface, testing her balance. To remain aligned, daily practices of stillness, gratitude, and presence are vital. The more she honors her body's rhythm, the smoother the integration becomes. Food, rest, and self-care are no longer chores. They are sacred acts that nurture the vessel of divine love she is becoming. She may also notice that her sensitivity to energy stabilizes. What once felt overwhelming now feels like guidance. Pain transforms into intuition. The body no longer resists the journey, it participates in it. This is the sign that true union within has begun. And as the feminine embodies this balance, her connection with her divine masculine evolves into harmony as well. Eventually, the divine feminine begins to understand that the pain she experiences was never meant to break her. It was meant to awaken her. Every ache, every sleepless night, every tear carried a purpose, to strip away illusion and reveal her divine strength. Through pain, she discovered presence. Through exhaustion, she learned surrender. Through heartache, she found the endless reservoir of love within herself. This transformation is what makes the twin flame journey so profound. It's not about chasing another person, it's about coming home to your own soul. When the feminine honors her body as a sacred temple of awakening, pain becomes a teacher rather than a curse. She no longer resists what arises. She listens, she breathes, she flows. At this stage, she also realizes how deeply connected her body is to the planet itself. As she heals, she helps heal the collective feminine energy on Earth. The vibration of love she anchors through her physical form ripples outward, touching others who are awakening. Her pain has become her gift. To sustain this newfound strength, continue nurturing the body through mindfulness. Move it with love, not pressure. Speak kindly to it. Surround yourself with energies that uplift rather than drain you. Your body is the bridge between spirit and matter. It deserves tenderness. The more you treat it as sacred, the more gracefully it carries you through the rest of your journey. As the journey unfolds, the divine feminine begins to see that her body was never against her. It was always speaking on behalf of her soul. Every symptom, every pain, every sudden sensation was a message guiding her toward truth. The key is learning to listen without fear. When tension appears, ask what emotion or memory it might be holding. When your heart aches, ask what truth it wants to express. When fatigue comes, See it as your body's call for rest and integration. These are sacred communications, not inconveniences. By forming a loving relationship with your body, you create harmony between the physical and the spiritual. You begin to move through your journey with less struggle and more flow. Your body becomes your ally, not your obstacle. It teaches you presence, because healing happens only in the now. So listen to its whispers, honor its needs, trust its rhythms. It is through your body that the divine expresses itself in human form. Every breath, every beat, every step is part of your sacred dance with the universe. The twin flame journey is not for the faint-hearted, and neither is the transformation it brings to the divine feminine's body. But what seems like pain is often purification. What feels like loss is often expansion. The body is not just reacting, it's awakening. It's remembering how to hold divine love in physical form. Through the waves of pain and release, the divine feminine is being reborn. Her body becomes lighter, her heart stronger, her spirit freer. The aches that once confused her begin to make sense as she sees them for what they are: signs of ascension, integration, and love becoming real. So if you find yourself in the midst of this transformation, aching, tired, or confused, know that nothing is wrong. You are healing on a level few ever reach. Trust your body, honor its journey, rest when you need to, move when you feel called. Let love lead every action. One day, you'll look back and realize the pain was your teacher, your purifier, your path to wholeness. You'll see that every heartbeat, every tear, every trembling moment was guiding you closer to the divine truth within yourself. The truth that love was never something to chase. It was always what you are. And that realization is the moment your body and soul finally rest in harmony, radiating the peace and unity that were always destined to be yours.